For lesson 8-5, I chose to do number 3, which is d squared plus 11d plus 30, and you were told to fill that in. So to find the two numbers that are supposed to be here, we need to find two numbers that if you add them, we get 11, but if you multiply them, you get 30. And 5 times 6 gets 30, and 5 plus 6 is 11, so that I got 6. For lesson 8-6, I chose to do number 1, and it told to factor each expression, and we were given 3n squared minus 8n minus 3. So I decided to use the Xbox method. I multiplied the first and last terms to get negative 9, and the middle term to get negative 8. And I found two numbers that if you multiply them, you get negative 9, but if you add them, you got negative 8. That's the X, and this is the box method, which is you put the first term here, and these two terms following the variable, you add them here, and the last term you add there, and then you factor. What two terms would fit into 3n squared and negative 9n? That's 3n. And then 3n, what can you multiply with 3n to get 3n squared? That's n. So with this one also, and then this one, n times 1 is 1n, and then to check, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Putting these two binomials together, you get n minus 3 and 3n plus 1. For lesson 8-7, I chose to do number 18, which is b squared minus 121. This is a case. This is called the difference of squares, and this is very simple. You just have two binomials. In the first, since b squared, you have two b's as the first one, and then what number can you multiply by itself to get 121? That's 11. So you have b plus 11 and b minus 11. For lesson 8-8, I chose the number 2, which is 12z squared plus 36z squared plus 4z plus 12, and we were told to find the GCF of the first and last two terms. So the GCF for the first terms are 12z squared, and the last term is 4. And for lesson 9-1, I just do number 1, and I was given a graph, and I was told to find the vertex and determine whether it's a minimum or maximum. So the vertex is this point that where the axis of symmetry is at. It divides the parabola. So the vertex is negative 2 and 1, and this a minimum because it's the lowest point. For lesson 9-2, I chose the number 6, which is 6x squared plus 12x minus 3. X is told to be 1, and with the coordinates 1-3.